Cannonball Jenkins. Who better to judge potential stunt doubles? How are you, Cannonball?
No, I do not want to go to the mall, dag nabbit! City folk. I told you no good would come from city folk. Why, when I was a boy...
Yeah, right. And what have you got planned for our fearless competitors?
Doors? What doors? I don't see no doors. City folk and their fancy doors. Why, when I was a boy...
Are you ready for the stunt tryouts?
Brussels sprouts? Now you're just plain talking crazy. I haven't had to eat Brussels sprouts since I was a boy.
Whatever. Just roll the camera. Sheesh.
And then back in 42, I got shot out of a cannon over enemy lines. Spent 8 months stuck in a tree, I did. Oh, those were the days.
Spending World War II in a tree were quite the experience, I guess. Anyways, start off with an easy one. The big three of the three final auditions. I always had a hard time for some reason accumulating necessary points in the final set of auditions here at Downtown. I think a large part of it is because it's actually quite difficult, the first and third. Well, actually, all of them. All of these are, for one, they are team-based. All three minigames that we're going to be seeing in this episode. Well, maybe not this episode, but we're going to be seeing here in Downtown. And two of those three require some serious cooperation. And that was actually probably the biggest obstacle. So now that I'm controlling these characters, now that I'm controlling these characters, both of them with a single controller, as a single human being, it's actually a lot easier because I'm basically trying to cooperate with myself, which is thankfully quite easy to do. Anyways, I love hearing Cannonball Jenkins yell particles in this game. It's just so dramatic. Guys, I tend not get blister on that first one. Everything after that, though, I generally do pretty well on.
Oh, we didn't have to worry about particles.
But against the smart AI, you basically... Dude. Can't. Microphone, stop that. Against the smart AI, it's basically just a matter of getting blister in.
More barnacles!
Which is what happens when you... Oh, come on, I'm not doing that.
First rate, matey.
Dude. Which is what happens when you are the first to complete something. It's relatively easy to avoid losing points as well from issues with the platform. When you're using both controllers as well, because you can make everyone move in sync, or at least ideally you do. But for some reason there seems to be this issue where sometimes I'm trying to move up and down, but the game doesn't think I'm holding on to the side. Also, the AI will always, without fail, get higher and get to this barnacle before I do. I don't know how they actually do this whole giant barnacle part so quickly. I've never understood it.
Nice.
Yeah, they do it way more quick than I do. I don't know what the problem is. From moment there, for some reason, I was ascending more slowly than usual. I don't know what was going on. Yeah, so not my best work this year, but SpongeBob. Ugh. Could be worse, I guess. At least I'm still winning.
I knew another swarm would come.
Hey, why are they almost at my score?
Good as gold.
Blister, thank you. This is one of those games where, to some degree, you doing well means your opponent's not doing well, because only one team can get blister in each time.
You deserve a raise.
So you getting that bonus means them not getting it, and vice versa. I'm clipping right through that window. Why is that window even there? I'm gonna clip through it. Stop that, man.
Way to go, buddy!
Good as gold.
Oh, Patrick. Ah, stupid bucket. Okay. There's that. Ooh. Not a big win, but I won.
Go self!
Oh, we all got 5,000 anyways, so whatever. Not much of a benefit for me then. But hey, I beat the AI still. And still feel nice about that. Fortunately, this next game's going to be a little bit harder. That was the easiest out of the 3. Now we have Rope Burn. This is probably the hardest out of the 3, I feel, actually. Even though I've always felt that the final minigame is kind of daunting. I like that the final edition is actually the final one, because I feel it's actually kind of a big deal. This one, I've had mixed results with it. Sometimes I do really, well, sometimes I get close to being the AI, other times I've been pretty far away from actually being the AI, so. I'm really not sure. Oh, Patrick. Nub. It helps to actually be trying to move up the ladder too. And one thing to keep in mind is that it's always good to be... Man, that's bad. Can I restart this? I apologize, but I wasn't holding up when I started. Patrick was not climbing upwards, and that's actually a really big disadvantage that he had for that. Not moving for like 10 straight seconds is a problem. So one thing to get out of the way is... It might seem like it's not worth putting batteries down if it's not going to help the person climbing. But that is not actually the case. Thank you, Mr. Krabs. Because you get points as your...
Ow. Pincers are clumsy.
As the battery gets run down. So of course, you do want to be using the battery that's most practical.
Oh, I'm old.
But at the same time... Oh, Patrick, what happened? The window was closing. They still managed to... Having a battery running down at any given point will actually give you points. So you still want to be hitting all those anyways.
Nice.
Why did I do that?
We rule.
That's the way. Go SpongeBob.
Alright, so this is still not too bad
Nice.
with 2 people because each roll is simple enough that it doesn't require your full attention.
Way to not blow it.
Sweet.
That's the way.
Oh. Patrick, stop that.
Yeah.
Patrick.
Go SpongeBob.
Nice.
Okay. There is some element of luck too, unfortunately. With not having really difficult combinations
Oh,
of things.
I'm old.
And actually having colors you need up here, for example.
Oh. We rule.
Right. I don't really have the time to, or the chance to keep my eye on the score too often at this point. See Jeremy's breaks right here, I see it. Okay.
Didn't want that.
Still doing well.
SpongeBob.
I'm the boss.
Okay. This was usually the point where I would start doing badly this last minute here. I've had the AI gain on me by like 200 points in this last part before. It's really hard to put back anything you pick up accidentally because there's so many batteries now that run by. Come on. I don't know how many points you actually get for battery. I've never bothered counting about the time that the battery spends on here. Mashing the button. Yeah, I was trying to put down a battery without picking up another one that I didn't need. Got difficult. Oh. Just wait for that one to run out. No! I hate you so much! Oh, okay, one moment. Game didn't actually crash for some reason. It stopped because it ran into a problem, but it didn't actually, like, stop dead. One moment. Okay, just to make sure nothing bad happens, but... Man, that would be terrible.
I'm the winner!
Huh, so I wonder if that 1,000 is actually the... Huh, none of us got 5,000 points. But hey, that means I'm actually being the AI now. And the next game, I totally intend to be getting the most possible points. We'll see. Oh, no, go without saving. One last one. This is the big one. And I like this one, but yeah. It's cool. I actually like this one with the 2 controllers. I feel like it's one of those mini games that works really well with it. And it's cool, and it has a cool element of cooperation with 2 players. When it's one person with 2 controllers, it's not even really multitasking that it tests you on, because you're both doing the exact same thing. You'll see. I like it a lot.